Welcome to All Docs on Deck, where we explore wellness, wealth, and womanhood through real conversations with women doctors across the diaspora. Another episode starts now.
All right, I am so excited again because we are in for a treat. I have my friend, Dr. CC, Christi Culpepper-Walker, known as Dr. CC. She is a clinical psychologist, a mindset coach, a certified speaker coach, and professional speaker. She is based in the DMV area. That is the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area for those of you who may not be located in the United States. She is deeply committed to helping individuals and communities become happy, healthy, and whole by aligning their authentic selves and living with an intention and purpose. So with her extensive experience in providing psychotherapy to children, adolescents, young adults, and families, Dr. CC integrates evidence-based approaches, including CBT, DBT, ACT, and family therapy to support meaningful and lasting change. So for those of you who may be wondering, like, what I don't know what that means, that just means she's really good at what she does, and she has some specialized methods of making sure that you get well, okay?
Yeah.
In addition to her clinical work, she is the owner of Heart and Soul Mental Health LLC, where she offers transformational workshops and training, speaking engagement, mindset coaching experiences, all designed to empower others to show up fully and freely in every space they enter. And you'll see she's all about being free. You're going to find that out. Dr. CC is also the creator of the Magic Mindset Framework. And MAGIC is an acronym. It stands for your mannerisms, your attitude, your genuineness, your identity, and core values, which are unique to you. And it guides individuals in embracing their authenticity and walking boldly in their purpose. And as a certified speaker coach, she also supports emerging and established speakers in finding their voice, refining their message, and delivering impactful presentations. And she is most known for her warm, engaging, and interactive style. And that's why I fell in love with her when I first met her, because I just love her chill. Dr. CC creates powerful spaces for reflection, connection, and growth, whether she's working with clients, coaching speakers, or addressing audiences. Her mission remains the same: to inspire others to live authentically, cultivate a strong mindset, and pour from a full cup, not empty cups, but a full cup. So without delay, without further ado, I am introducing you, Dr. CC.
Welcome, girlfriend.
Thank y'all so much for having me. And sis, thank you for that intro. Y'all, we were talking off camera for a minute.
Yes.
And, that's where all of the good conversations happen.
Right.
And we were just talking about, like how we know each other. I'm sure you all know, because you all have been in the space with Dr. Sherlonda. Y'all, she's a force.
Yes.
She is a force, and she is inspirational. And I am just so grateful to be connected to her, and now connected to Dr. K through her.
Yes. So we're going to start with humanizing the doctor. So folks are tuning in. They're like, tell us about these beautiful women of color doctors. So we want to start with you before you became Dr. Christi. So tell us about that girl. About her.
Absolutely. So I am from Alabama. I tell people born and bred, okay?
Yes.
Born and bred in Alabama. Southern in my heart, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Very polite, and also will gather, right, while being polite.
Yes. That's right.
I have always been someone who was hopeful. And y'all, that has been important for me lately, because there were times when I tried to hide that piece of who I was. Because sometimes people will say, like, oh, that's a little more immature, like you're being, what do they call it? Wishful thinking. You do a lot of wishful thinking, right? And what I have found is, one, hope has kept me going.
Absolutely.
Right, through some dark days.
Yes.
And I have actually had patients say, because it comes out everywhere, including the therapy room, I've had patients say, oh, you have enough hope for the both of us.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I had a mom tell me, she said, I'm cynical. I look at things glass half empty. She said, and you look at things like the glass is not even half full, it's all the way full.
It's all the way full.
We got everything we need in the glass, right? And she said, so I'll just hold on to your hope. I don't have it yet.
Yes. Sometimes people view that as being naive or you're not being realistic.
Yeah.
But at the same time, hope lets us know what we're looking forward to, even if that's not where
Absolutely.
our reality is
Where we
in
are
this
right
moment.
now.
Right. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And so
Yes.
that's who I've always been my whole life.
Yes.
Situations work out. They will work out. They can work out.
Yes.
People
Yes.
want to do well. People can do
Yes.
better than they're doing now. Right. And so
Yes.
that's just something that has guided who I have been and who I've become.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your self-care. Like, what does that look like for you? And it could be different in different seasons too, right? But tell us,
Absolutely.
how do
Right.
you keep yourself full? You mentioned, in your intro, I told the audience that you pour from a full cup and you want them to pour from a full cup. So how do you keep yourself full?
Absolutely. So y'all listen, that part has evolved over time, right? And what I figured out is my assignment has become more clear to me. And so because I understand the responsibility that has been placed within me,
Yes.
then I understand that I have a responsibility to steward it well. Right.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so self-care used to be, more of what do you do?
Right.
Like what are the activities that I'm doing or I'm not doing?
Yes.
Now my self-care is really a mindset, right? It's how am I approaching
I love that
life?
perspective.
You know,
Yes.
like how am I approaching the
Yes.
day? How am I
Yes.
approaching boundaries? How am I
Yes.
approaching how I decide to delegate when I ask for help, right?
Yes.
Knowing that all of those things are things that are available to me, right? And not
Yes.
this, I'm strong, I got it, I don't need nobody. No, give
No.
me all of the assistance,
Right.
give me
Right.
all of the support,
Yes.
right? Put me in rooms with good
Yes.
folks,
Yes.
right? Let me
Yes.
lean into ease. Let me
Yes.
take my breaks. I'm part of the nap ministry. Let me nap.
Yes. I know that's right.
Right?
I
Yeah.
love it.
Got to do all of that. You got to
I
do
want
all
to
of
sign
that.
up after this for that too.
Right. Right. Because we need that. And y'all, we have
Yes.
been conditioned, whether it was
Mhm.
on purpose or not, we have been
Yes.
conditioned to feel like, no, you're supposed to keep going. You're supposed to move and do
Mhm.
and produce all the
Mm.
time.
Mm.
And
Right.
you rest as a reward.
Yeah. Mm.
But rest is not a reward. Rest has
Right.
to be part of the
Yes.
everyday program. To finish answering your question, I have to cut some stuff off sometimes.
Yes.
I have
Yes.
to, make sure that I am putting my energy in places with folks who are also giving energy back to me.
Yes. I
Ooh,
love
You know what
that.
I'm saying?
you, I got to stop you
I know it's so
right
many
here
notes, right?
because,
Like, where do we
yeah,
start?
because got me was when you said that self-care is a mindset. It's not so much about doing,
Yes.
because for so long when we first started hearing about self-care, it was like, oh, I go to the salon, oh, I'm getting my
Right.
nails done,
Get a
oh, I'm going for a
massage.
walk, getting a massage,
Mhm.
and nothing is wrong with those things.
Right.
That's nothing
Yes.
wrong with that. But when you said
Right.
it's more of a mindset, because listen, because nowadays, I mean, I'm guilty. I've gone to get the pedicure or get my nails done, and I'm
Mhm.
like on the phone or I'm responding to messages. So is
Right.
that self-care? It's really not in that moment,
Yes.
but it's a mindset shift and asking for help. I want you to go
Mm.
into that part a little bit more, because our audience, so
Yeah.
we're used to
Yes.
being women, obviously can get
Uh-huh.
things done. Like if you go
Mhm.
through a doctoral program, I mean, you can get things done
Right.
Right.
and you can get things done on your own. But just because you
Yes.
can do things on your own
Doesn't mean
Doesn't
that
doesn't
you
mean that
should
you
do.
should.
Yes.
Got me. Speak to the woman who is used to being so independent. How does she know when she
Mhm.
needs help? And even like, how does she even ask for help? Does that look like picking up the phone saying, okay, I need help? Is it that simple?
Mm.
It can be. It can be. So first let
Yes.
me say to that woman, sis, you
Yes.
deserve support.
Right. Yes.
You deserve help. You deserve ease. You deserve for things to
Mhm.
not be hard all the time.
Your time.
Yeah, we
Mm.
don't have to, just like we talk about, we don't want struggle love. We don't
Right.
have to have struggle all the time.
Right.
Things can come easily to us. And
Yes.
so
Mhm.
since you said, do you pick up the phone? Sure, you can pick up the phone and say, hey, I need some help. Also, what I'm seeing with some women that I love so much, and it's been me too, right? People
Mhm.
will offer help. You don't
Yes.
even have to pick up the phone. People will offer
Right.
help.
That's
And
true.
we say, I got it. No, that's okay.
Right. That's so
Oh,
true. It's a default. It becomes a default
Right,
response. Yes.
right.
Yes. Yes.
Oh no, don't worry about it. I don't want to
Mm.
put too much on you. I got it.
Mm.
I'm
mm.
gonna take care of it. I'm the
Yes.
one that does it anyway. I'm the one that's been doing it. I got it.
Mhm.
And somebody is saying, "Hey, let me take this off your
Right.
plate. Can I do this for you? Can I do?"
Yes.
And we might not say it out loud because we sweet and we polite, right? But we think it, but
That's
it's
Southern polite.
that's
Yes.
that southernness. No, baby, that's all right.
Right.
Because
Yes.
but we're thinking. you're not going to do it the way I would do it.
Right.
Is you're not gonna follow my instructions. And if I have to tell you exactly what to do, I might as well do it
Might as well do
myself.
it. Oh Lord. Dr. C, stop putting my business out on the street. Okay.
Listen, because it's been me. It's been me. Like, look,
yes, I struggle with that too.
Right. If I gotta write it down for
I
you,
may as well just do it. And the time I could just do it.
Exactly. I could go ahead and do it. And what I figured out was, and figured out, God tapped me and said, hey, it doesn't have to be done the way you want it done.
Right.
It can still be successful. It can still be good. It can still be checked off the list. It doesn't have to look exactly how you would want it to look.
But what are some of those barriers that kind of prevent Black women in particular, or women of color from accessing care?
Yeah, so of course we know it's the systemic stuff, right? Like we have all of those things there. We haven't always had the exposure. We haven't always had the financial means to get certain care. And also just a mistrust of, doctors and therapy and all sorts of medical care with good reason. Right. That's the other thing. It's not like we just made that up. Like we have evidence upon evidence, right? Of why we would be mistrustful. And then there is that piece that I'm seeing again with folks that I know. I'm like, hey, doctors, you have access to folks. You could access this care. And it goes back to like that strong Black woman, kind of mindset that has been modeled for us. It's been instilled in us, right? You need to keep working, and all you need is hard work, and you got to work twice as hard to get half as much, right? And all of these things that were in some way protective for other folks, right? Like it came, I think, a lot of times from a good place when it came from our home. Right. When our family members said it, they wanted us to be healthy, happy, and whole. And so they're like, hey, you got to get it. You got to get it for yourself because nobody else is going to do it for you. And we realized that stuff has also led to us overdoing and overworking. And y'all, to be honest, even saying this with a PhD, overachieving. Right? Like we, Black women, some of the most educated folks in the world. And we are some of the hardest folks on ourselves.
Absolutely.
Amen to that.
We don't extend grace to ourselves.
Right? That is so true.
Yeah, we're not nice to ourselves.
Yeah. And we ought to be. But what are Dr. Cece, as we're talking about these, mental health practices and pouring into ourselves, being kind to ourselves, what do you feel are some of the practices from our culture that may be overlooked that we may need to lean into for our mental health?
Absolutely. So it's a few of them, but two that pop up time and time again for me is spirituality and community. Right? So people, who aren't from our background, don't have our culture, they don't always understand that like community is huge for us. Right? We are invested in our families. We are invested in our social networks, our extended families. When people say, "Oh, you said, hey sis, I didn't know you had a sister." Child, I got a lot of sisters.
Okay. Right. And aunties too.
Right, exactly. I got sisters, aunties, bros. Like my family is vast because community matters. We know that healing happens in community for us.
Right.
And so I don't think we put enough emphasis on that, especially when we think about like traditional therapy. Like if you have somebody coming in for individual therapy, you might not ever hear anything about the rest of their family. But these folks live in systems. Right? And so and that's why like for child therapy, I do family therapy. So I'm often not seeing a child by themselves because they live in systems.
Yes.
And so all of us do. And so making sure we bring in that piece and leaning more on the support system. And then that spirituality piece. Yeah, spirituality and religion is a part of every Black person I know, like in some shape, form, or fashion.
Yes.
Right. Whether it's we fully into the church or, we are connecting with our ancestors and our higher power, whether we done had church hurt. And that's a big part of our story, right? Like either way, there's a piece in there. And again, like traditional therapy, if it's not a spiritual based therapy, traditional therapy is not really bringing that piece into the room.
And I was, just sort of envisioning like sitting in church, and I'm like, you're getting two for one. You're getting that spiritual aspect with the community of your church family as well. So speaking of community, and we have heard this, it's like a resounding
absolutely
community. We keep hearing this, so we know it's important, but also we know that with communities, sometimes we have to implement some boundaries as well. Like that's essential, not sometimes, like we do need to implement boundaries. Tell me your take on boundaries. Should everybody have boundaries? Should we all have the same boundaries? And how do people feel when they start enforcing those boundaries? What's the natural feelings we may experience?
So sis knows this about me, like boundary setting. That is my thing, right? Boundaries help you have the space to do all of this other stuff that we're talking about.
Yes, that is so true.
The self-care, self-awareness, talking to God, communing with God, like all of these different things, spending time with the folks you want to spend time with. You got to have boundaries so that you can reclaim your time. Because if we think about it, our time, we'll say like, oh, I don't have time for that. No, your time has just been misdirected. It's not that you don't have the time, right? Time is going, it's going somewhere else. So for me, boundary setting helps me reclaim my time. So everybody needs boundaries. Everybody. And I love helping kids with boundaries because I want
was gonna ask that. I was like, even kids, because when I was little, boundary what? If I'd be like, I'm
like, what boundary?
Listen,
you can have boundaries or you leave this out. Right.
And listen, that's why I thank God for intentional parenting and gentle parenting, and people understanding that we do things a little different now. Because it wasn't that we were, people say like, oh, these kids now, they need different things. You got to gentle parent these kids. You should have been gentle parenting all these kids, right? Like us
That's
too.
so true.
Right?
So true.
It wasn't that we didn't need it. We just didn't have the opportunity to have some of it.
Right.
Yes.
So, and I was blessed. My mom had a master's in psychology, and she was a special education teacher for like over 35 years. Yeah. So she, still a Black mama in the South, Southern Missionary Baptist, and she gave me a little bit more space and grace.
Thank God for mama. Yes,
thank God for mama. I teach the kids boundaries. I'm like, you should have the ability to control what happens to your body, right?
Absolutely.
And so if you don't want to hug somebody, that's okay. Right? That's not you being rude and being nasty. There is something that is uncomfortable for that child. Who are we to see that you have to be uncomfortable because auntie so-and-so wanted a hug?
That's right.
And then it leads to the people pleasing and all of that. So many implications. And them not having that autonomy from young.
Right. You should have agency because we want them to have agency later. So let's practice that.
Start it now.
Right. Yeah.
And when they become adults, it's easier for them to say, hey, time out, I need a break.
Right, because it's a practice now. Yeah, because it's a practice.
Right. And they've seen the benefits of it. So now trying to help really high functioning women who are also people pleasers try to learn how to implement boundaries. That's rough.
Right, because it starts with that awareness first. Because to know whether you want to hug someone or not, you have to first have that awareness of, well, how am I feeling to begin with? Yeah, and so it's really a process of the boundary setting isn't so much just about the other person. It's really leaning into ourselves as to what feels comfortable for me. What do I want to do? What do I not want to do?
Exactly. And that's the piece that I try to help, like all of the women with when I do like my self-care groups and all of that. Like, what is it that you want? What makes you happy? What fills your cup? What drains your cup? Not what somebody told you, right? Somebody said, oh,
Exactly.
you should go get a massage. That's going to help.
Right.
That might not help you. You might not
Right.
like to be touched, right? So do you know that awareness? And then if you haven't been doing that and you start to implement these boundaries, oh, folks gonna act up.
Oh, yes.
Listen, they gonna
Like,
act
what's
up.
wrong with you?
Right. Now they got an attitude with you because you got
Right.
boundaries. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, she went and got that doctorate, and now you can't
Ooh,
talk
So
to her.
now, right.
acting
Oh my goodness.
funny. Acting funny. Like,
Acting
ooh, so
funny.
I don't know why she acted so funny. Ma'am, I just needed a nap. That was all. That was all it
Right. I'm
was.
part of the NAP ministry now. And do you know,
Listen,
I am
I'm
more
part of the
aware.
nap
Okay.
ministry. Yes. Yeah. So we have to be prepared for that and know that that's okay. That is their response. We are focusing on, hey, what do we need in this moment?
Right.
Hey sis, have you been looking for an opportunity to just get away, to just be? Join me this fall in Panama City, Panama. Contact me at unstuck@drsherlondaadkins.com for more information.
What does healing look like beyond medication and therapy for you in your work? What does that healing process look like?
Ooh, healing looks like connecting with good folks, having healthy relationships.
Yes.
Healing looks like boundaries, right?
Yes.
It looks like you being able to implement your boundaries. Healing looks like forgiveness.
Oh, yes, Lord.
Wow.
That one, y'all, when that hit me, I was like, oh, wait, no,
Ooh.
you good, sis. When
Yeah.
you can forgive folks who didn't even ask for the forgiveness,
Right.
but you understand that you got to keep moving and you have an assignment, you have a task that God has given you to do, and you can't
Yes.
hold the weight of somebody
Wow.
else's issues and somebody else's, whatever mistrust and
Yes.
betrayal and all that. When you can say, you know what, I forgive you and keep moving,
Yes.
you healing. You're healing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So healing is an
Mm.
investment. Forgiveness is an investment.
Yeah.
Forgiveness as an
Yes.
investment. Never thought of that before until you were speaking, because if forgiveness is part of
Yes.
healing, and then as you heal, you're increasing your capacity to
Yeah.
receive. And the more you receive, the more you can give. And the more you give, the more you receive. So it's just this wealth. And
Yes.
that's what we're talking about. This whole series, we're talking about wellness, we're talking about wealth. And there's a beautiful connection right
Yes.
there.
And then if you are serving people from the overflow,
Yes. Yes.
you won't get depleted.
Right.
Right? You
Right.
get to continuously have your cup full
Yes.
and do all of the things that God has called you to do.
Yes. Yes. And to do it fully,
Yes.
because I think that so many times we'll find that we are able to push through the
Mm-hmm.
scarcity and
Mm-hmm.
the burnout and all of that. But then what is the quality of service to our own
Ooh,
purpose and to the people we're serving and the impact? You know what I mean? And
yes.
so it's almost unethical for us not to operate from a full cup,
That's it. That's the
right?
part. That's
Yes.
when you understand the
Yeah.
gravity of what God is giving you to do,
Right.
then you understand it's disrespectful to not
Yes.
steward the gift well. Yeah.
Amen.
But we will push through because that's what
Yes.
Black women do, right?
That's what we
We
Yeah.
do.
we make we
Yes.
make stuff happen. We will
Yes.
push through. We
Yes.
will get it done. But
Yes.
to what end?
Right.
To what
Right.
end?
Right.
Right?
And at what cost? Yeah.
Yeah, and at what cost? And sometimes the product will be amazing for the folks that
Yes.
it's intended for. What are we
Right.
doing
But
to
for us.
us?
Right. Right.
What are we doing
What
to
did it
us?
cost? What
What
did
did
it
it
Yes.
cost?
cost? And that's why
Yeah.
and I don't know how y'all feel about this. It's a little off script here, but the word resilient, I hear it used
Oh,
so
I
much,
don't
to
like
be
it.
resilient. I do. Thank you. I do
yeah.
not like that
I don't like
word.
it.
Just because I
Because
can be resilient doesn't mean I should have
that I should
to.
have
Right.
to.
Yes.
And I know what people meant by it, but
Yes.
what
Yeah.
it has been turned into, right,
Right.
is something that has us moving at a pace that we shouldn't move.
Right.
And it has us disregarding us. Oh, because I'm resilient. Oh, I got it, right?
Right.
And so since you stepping on my toes too. So yeah, this God, God gives you lessons all the time. We are
Yes.
never without lessons. We are
Right.
never without learning and growing, right?
Because it goes back to what you said about the reprogramming, reconditioning our minds, because we can thrive. Brilliant women, brilliant women of color. And as I'm thinking about this, it's like the more brilliant you are, and then the higher you go, it can become very isolating. So we talked about the importance of community, right? So when we think about mental health, it's imperative, because if we don't tend to our mental health, it's going to make it harder for us to have friends. It's going to make it harder for us to be a good friend. And if our energy, we can dress it up, but that energy is still going to be exuded when we're around through our speech, the words that we say. And so if we're not careful, we can end up, the doctor lady, right? The smart, brilliant doctor ends up climbing, but not tending to our mental health and not having anybody there to connect. And then there's that where that loneliness sets in, and that's really sad. And I'm seeing the brilliant Black woman climbing up the ladder and then getting there and saying, okay, where is everybody? And it's not because everybody chose to leave you, and that, when nobody's on my level, it's not always that.
No.
Right.
Because there are people that are on your level that want to support you, but it's the things that we do to sabotage that.
Sometimes it's us. Right? What does it look like if mental health is impacting relationships?
Right.
But that's it. Like that's what happens. You push people away. You don't show up for others the way that you would want to. And y'all, one of the things that I love about being a psychologist, it has helped me to not judge.
Right. Yes.
Not judge folks. So when like we say in therapy often, like no judgment, right? And we really truly believe that, because you see how people become who they are. Right? You track their story, you
follow the journey.
Right, you follow the journey. You see how people end up where they are. You don't have to agree with it. We know a lot of times that we want to help them move to a different space, but we see how they got there. And so there are plenty of people, they want to show up, but because of anxiety, because of depression, because of chronic stress, because of trauma. Trauma is so huge, and people do not realize it because it's so commonplace. We don't show up the way we would want to show up. For other people, for ourselves, we take offense really easily to things, right? And so then, sis, that's the part that I see with people that get to a certain level and they're like, oh, well, where is everybody? Well, you got offended every time somebody says something. And you cut them off. And a lot of times people think that that's boundary setting, and it's coming out of a place of hurt, right? Like that's not the same.
I have to shimmy for that one.
Right. I'm protecting my peace.
Right.
Everybody else.
My
cutoff by myself.
Right. My cutoff game is strong.
Right. Ooh.
But should it be?
I have to do a shimmy for that one. Okay. Because I think there is, there's so many extremes when we have these, conversations, society. Because one of the things that I had posted the other day was, for me, I don't cut off, I release with love. And I kind of walk through that process of, the energy that it takes to cut someone off, even though we may do that, there's still energy being put into that. And then there's still energy to remain to keep the door closed. Right. So people will say, well, the same thing. I'm protecting my peace. If it's, then I'm done, just cut it off. But all of that is energy. Like all of that is energy,
so true.
Right.
As opposed to if we are able to release with love, take the lessons in the experience. What did I learn about myself? Having that awareness, having that reflection. And then once you do that, loving on ourselves, then you can't help but to release with love and lead to that forgiveness, as you said. Right? Because then now it's not so personal anymore. It's not so personal anymore. Yeah. Right. Oh, that's so good.
Release with love.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Yeah. Dr. K, I'm going to use that one.
Yeah, please do. Because it even feels different in the body, because I always tell people, like, check in with your body, like cut off or release with love. Like it can, flow as it needs to.
It flows. Yes.
I was about to say the movement you did, right? Like you're still like energy is still being able to get through.
To flow. Right. Right. Because sometimes people cut off to cut out someone, but then they're also cutting out what they should be receiving.
Right.
So we don't want to cut off what we should be receiving. We don't want to cut off our ability to receive love and our capacity to hold that, in the process of trying to keep out we're also keeping out sometimes what we need to be bringing in.
Yeah.
So when we release with that love and we have that flow, then we can allow the things that we need to have to come in. So that resonates so much.
And you don't have to change your vibrations. You can still continue to vibrate at a higher level, but because you're right, to cut off, you got to dip.
You got to dip
down.
Right.
And I like the dip,
we ain't dipping,
but not in that way.
But not like that.
Not like that.
Yeah. That made me think about a lesson my dad taught me a long time ago.
Yeah.
He said when you are he was talking about being cheap, actually. And he said, when you hold your hand real tight, he said, the money won't get out. He said, but also no money comes in.
Come in. Right.
Yeah. It's like you gotta be open and flexible.
Yes. Yeah. So one of the questions we asked is, what perspective do you bring as an Afro-diasporic woman doctor that is often unheard? And so you shared 3 things, and then I'm going to go into something else that you said as well. You said, 1, therapy is a tool that can help everyone thrive instead of exist, which I love that emphasis, instead of exist, but everyone to thrive, and should be presented to our youth as such. And I love that. The second, you said women deserve to rest well, lean into ease, and have good boundaries, which we've spoken so much wisdom around that. 3, you said we all should show up as our full selves in all spaces. It brings us joy, it adds value to the spaces we're in, and it gives others permission to be their full selves. Oh my goodness, so powerful. And I'll end with this. You responded and said that something that is important to me to share is that no woman is an island. You know, that resonates because I'm on an island. And that's right. No woman is an island. We all can benefit from support and making sure that we're in the right circle. That is key to thriving instead of surviving. So there's so much to unpack. So expand on that for us, because I thought it was so profound.
Absolutely. So, and I'm hearing my words back, I'm smiling because I'm consistent.
Yes.
That is really how I feel all the time.
Yes.
Therapy, y'all, when I see folks that look like us come into the therapy room, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times, Black parents will say, I told them if they didn't act right, I was bringing them to therapy. Or
punitive.
Right, it's punitive. Yes. It's a consequence. And there are other folks that come into my room and they're like, yeah, they don't really have any like diagnosis, right? We just want them to know that therapy is an option.
Yes.
We want them to know that it's a support. And I'm like, it's a support for everybody.
Everybody.
Right? Therapy can help anybody. And so I want our folks to know that you don't have to just get by. You don't have to just be making it. You can thrive, and there are things available to you that can help you thrive. And so, but we got to go in and we can't manage our impression. We can't say what happens at the house, stay at the house, don't tell my business. We got to be a little vulnerable.
We got to work through.
We got to work. We got to work through. So part of what I created Heart and Soul for is to reach people that would never end up in my therapy room. To help them understand that they're boundary setting, right? Making sure that you are going back and touching the grass, as people say, right? Getting back, into touch with nature and being mindful and doing meditation and, closing out some of the noise that we hear all the time and letting go of negativity. Like all of those things help move us towards thriving instead of just surviving.
Therapy is not that something is wrong, it's that you're trying to make things right. It's being proactive and making things right,
And that's that community piece, right? So I was so excited when you all invited me, and I looked at all the stuff and I was like, oh wait, these my people, right? Like these my folks, right? Because they understand community. Y'all, healing really does happen in community.
It does.
It really it happens. Now, can you heal without community? You can. It's gonna take longer, it's gonna look different. But healing happens so organically in the right community.
Absolutely.
Yes, in the right community.
In the right community. Yes.
Keyword.
Yes, right. Healthy.
Yes.
Loving. Right. Supportive. not tearing down, not competing with, not, oh, look at you with your little business. No,
Right,
go find
exactly.
Wow. Dr. Cece, so we know people are going to say, how do we get to her? I have children, like I need some advice with this, or even I'm an adult, I'm navigating these, adult friendships, boundaries, self-care. I need help with this. Tell us how people can find you, where to find you on social media, if they want to connect with you for some of your services, or even have you come into the organization for trainings. Let them know.
Absolutely. So you all can follow me on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. But you all can, find me on all of the main social medias with Heart and Soul MH, right? So it's Heart and Soul Mental Health, but the handle is going to be Heart, letter N, Soul, letter M, letter H.
Oh man, thank you so much
so
again for
much.
spending
Thank
time with
y'all so
us. You
much.
have been a blessing, and you are helping us, helping women as we help ourselves and as we're spreading this in the world, because we do need wellness. That's the foundation. We have to be well.
Yeah, and thank y'all for this platform, for having this arena so people can come on and just share the wisdom that they have and connect with you all. The energy is healing energy. Yeah.
Thank you so much, girlfriend. Well, we appreciate you. I am so grateful for you showing up fully and holding hope enough for all of us, and for bringing heart and soul to the work that you do. So thank you again for being a part of this All Docs on Deck. And we look forward to seeing you again soon, girlfriend. Have a wonderful one. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Who were you before you were Dr. Karen? Tell us about her.
Well, I became a doctor pretty young, I was 25 when I became Dr. Karen.
Wow.
And so before that was just medical school and high school. Apart from studying, I was into Russian folk dancing because I was in Russia for 7 years. That's where I did my first degree, my medical degree. So I loved to dance. I learned Russian folk dancing, and I was the female vocalist in a reggae band as well. So maybe